Yeah, there is a time, if anybody uh, remembers, they may or may not remember, but there was a time where the whole world thought Hawaii was about to blow up from a ballistic missile from North Korea. And I happened to be in Nashville, and my whole family was home. And I get this text on my phone saying there's a ballistic, missile, and this is not a test. And in that moment, my so to speak movie movement, life flashed before my eyes, but in reality it actually kind of slowed down. And I thought of my two Gavins, our two Gavins that passed away. But I also thought about our foster kids, that you mentioned. I thought about who had come and gone at this point, who we love so much. And I thought about my son that got hit by a car and crossing the street, and should be dead, but he survived, and he's riding these gigantic waves out here in Hawaii. And I thought my wife had a stroke at one point and lost her memory. And I thought all these thoughts, and I thought, and now everything's going to be gone, the whole island's going to be wiped out, and I'm never going to see my family again. And I didn't think woe was me. I thought, I'm so glad we lived life without regret. That's what I thought. And it's interesting because when you experience hardships, um, the the idea in anti-time management isn't that you're going to avoid them, or that things you don't expect won't happen. The idea is to create space so that life becomes almost airy and available for you to make better choices under any circumstances. So, like for me, all these things bring grief. And for our listeners, I'm sure they've experienced grief, whether it's small or big, there's no comparing. It is what it is. They say like a little bit of gas in a room fills the whole room. A little bit of pain, a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of whatever can fill your entire body, your mind.
Mm.
It can just encompass you and make everything even feel debilitating. So I see time as and grief specifically as a tunnel, not a cave. That 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 it may be hard, and it is hard, and it's okay to feel bad when you're feeling bad, and it's okay to sleep in when you're sleeping in, and to avoid punishing yourself, when you're feeling good. But when it comes to my last book, The Power of Starting Something Stupid and Starting These So-Called Stupid Ideas, which I think are the new smart, right? And I learned that people would say, I have a stupid idea, Richie, and I want to do it. And I go, cool. And it wasn't hard to help somebody align their idea with money making. It's a matter of sales at that point. It's a
Mhm.
transaction. You can have a transformational business, but at some point, money making is a transaction. And that's not difficult. It's difficult to do, but it's not difficult in concept. So when you run someone up like this path to make money, when you type in goal setting on the internet, you're gonna find some dude in a suit with a flag climbing a mountain. It's
Uh-huh.
bizarre. It's
Uh-huh.
bizarre. It makes no sense. And people all think that that is the way we do it. And so when I think about anti-time management and I tie it to the power of starting something stupid, in this conversation, living without regret, I think, hmm, are all the things I'm doing actually accomplishing the thing that I want? Because when someone tells me they want to start a business, let's just do one. Let's pretend it's a pencil business just for the sake of doing something really vanilla, right? They didn't want the pencil business. They wanted what they thought would come from the success of the pencil business.
Mm.
This is a metaphor. So people will set goals and they'll run towards them really far and they'll reach it and they'll be dissatisfied because it wasn't what they wanted. They thought they would get something from getting that goal. What's the job of the goal? To me, goals aren't goals at all. Goals aren't ends. Goals are means to an end. Goals are means. Strengths are means. Habits are means. The idea is to move beyond them and beyond the goals, beyond the strengths, beyond the habits is where anti-time management lives. It's the success after the success. It's
Mm.
why we do the things that we do. It's the essence of the reason that we do the things we do. So when someone said they want to start, for example, a pencil business, it wasn't hard to help them make money and sell a bunch of pencils. But when they didn't have the time and freedom to do what they really wanted to do, which was actually travel the world, spend time with their family, coach the kids' sports, it changes the entire business because all you'd have to do is say, oh, you want to travel the world and spend time with your family and you want to coach your kids' sports? Why don't we start there?
Mm.
and build a pencil business that supports that goal.
Mhm.
Or once you realize that's the goal, you don't need a pencil business at all. You might not even need to quit your job. You just need to
Mm.
rearrange what you're doing. So anti-time management goes like this. Time management, what we know. Time management means they control your time. Anti-time management means you control your time.
Mhm.
Time management means they tell you what to do. Anti-time management means you decide what you want to do. Time management means they take up space. Anti-time management means you create space. And I'm not saying that like it's something. I'm saying this literally from 200 years ago when time management was invented. This is an invention. This is a man-made invention. It was designed specifically as a tool to control people. Every blood, every drop of blood, sweat, and tear is measured. Every motion of your arm is measured. That is time management. So the idea of time management entering the vernacular of self-help is a bizarre concept because it has nothing to do with helping you. It has everything to do with controlling you. And so
Mm.
anti-time management moves us away from the misconceptions we have about time management and brings us to what we really want,